Bonjour à toutes et à tous, j'espère que vous allez bien. Aujourd'hui la vidéo va être en anglais parce que j'ai un invité spécial. So today we're going to speak about the remote relationships.
Okay.
We were separated for 19 months because of the pandemic, because he was stuck in India and...
So excited. Huh?
So he was supposed to come back after a few months, but actually he was stuck out there for 19 months. So we...
Luckily it was 19 months, it could have been more. Versus thinking about what is going to happen next. Whether we, whether the restrictions will, when will the restrictions come, stop? What will happen next? Will the pandemic actually, end?
Yes, for us, as it was not something we had decided and there was no end actually. We did not know when it was going to stop and we were just waiting to see what was going to happen, and we had absolutely no power on that. If you wanted to change some things about the way we manage this separation, what would you do?
Manage this. So firstly, we could have, tried to talk a little more from the start. At first it was really hard, like I used to message, you were not free, then you used to message, I was busy. So that was one of the complicated things, especially with the time difference.
Yeah, that's true, it was one of the problems.
When we were back in Toulouse, it was more of activities, interactions, face-to-face kind of, mingling. So this is what we used to do, and suddenly when you say you just need to look at the screen and just say hi, hello, how do you do, it's hard.
Yes.
For me it's complicated.
For me as well, actually, our relationship was not at all based on that, on like sitting and speaking, and it was, we were sharing lots of things, we were together most of the time. To be in front of the screen and try to find another way of communicating, of maintaining the bond between us was not very easy actually. We were having lives which were very, very, very different.
Yes. So I hardly moved out, so it was complicated. Like it was just work, family, stroll around, my pet. So these were the few things that I had to, which was actually pushing me.
Yeah, so it was like hard to build conversations on that, on what we were doing, and also I don't know if it was the best for you, like to know about me going dancing when you could not do it because it was not existing out there. It can be a bit frustrating also to know that there is one person that is having this much activities that you like and that you're stuck and you can't share that, and you also can't share it. And for me it was also frustrating actually to have those activities without sharing with you. Like sometimes I remember once I went for dancing and I did not even dance at all, like I was literally crying out there, and I had driven like 2 hours for that. And I was just looking at people dancing and it was horrible for me. I remember speaking with him and making videos for him and just going back home.
And yes, it was, firstly it was complicated, and then after you started getting sad out there.
So me, if I wanted to change something about how we manage that, it would be first trust more the relationships, because I was scared about what is going to be in the future. Is he going to find someone else? Is our relationship going to stay? Is it going to be able to bear all that or not? And that was creating lots of sadness, lots of frustration. And I think if I was trusting more us, not exactly trusting you, but trusting us more, I think it would have been way better, because it was lots of energies wasted in feeling stressed or angry. Or
yes,
if I knew that we would end up like getting married and being together after a while, if I was very sure of that, I think I would have reacted differently. And the other thing I would change would have been like maybe to enjoy life more, even if he was not with me.
Yes, I think you should have made the most. This was one thing. So I guess, I know it's hard to share or communicate or even send that happiness to me, but I think people around you could have benefited with all that happiness, I guess. You're right.
Yes, but this is something I was really not able to do. Like, I was really obsessed by this separation and by the fact that we had no hand on it, that it was like we had no power at all.
Frankly speaking, I had nothing to share with you that could actually bring happiness.
Yeah, it was hard actually to trigger happiness in this situation for us, really.
Yes.
It was very hard because it could easily turn into frustration actually.
It's
Anything.
more the, it's like the demotivation scale is more like it turns you off.
If you wanted to give an advice to people that are currently living this, what would you say?
Frankly speaking, find activities that you can share on the phone. Firstly, it's really hard.
You have ideas?
French learning.
Yes, we used to do that. Like, it's true. It was building a rhythm actually to do that. Like,
it builds a rhythm. It also, so frankly speaking, after the call, my head used to hurt. Okay.
Yes, after the French call.
Yes, but yes, activities that actually helped us to interact, helped us to talk to each other, helped us to so that was one of the activities we used to share. And then I used to whenever I used to go biking, I used to send pictures to you.
We used to also share a bit of the music. You remember when you were playing and I was trying to help you with that?
Yes.
So this was nice also, because what was happening also when we were speaking that we did not say is that as we did not have so much things to tell to each other, but we still wanted to see each other, to spend time with each other, and especially me, let's be honest, it's me that was requiring that a lot. So, and as I was frustrated, and we were both, like, the conversation subject were coming all over again and again and again. It was sometimes, frequently I can say, it was going to speaking about the problems and like speaking about the frustrations, and I would not encourage to go too much into that, to speak about what we feel, to communicate about our emotions and everything, yes, but to do it as a kind of cycle, yes, again and again, repeating the things that are unpleasant and negative. I would not recommend at all. I would change that if I could.
It will just kill the hope, the interaction. It just kills the mood. It kills. Yes.
It was not at all reinforcing the bonds between us actually.
Yes, it just creates confusion, arguments, and maybe even sometimes it can create conflicts.
Yes, completely. And conflicts can be easily created actually with the distance.
Yeah.
And I think also if I wanted to give an advice would be to avoid assume things.
Oh yes.
Because
that was your favorite thing, okay?
No, because it's true, when you're not with the person, you don't know what the person is, you don't know what the person does and everything. And if the person does not answer, for example, or if you don't have all the information, you can easily assume stuff. And when you're already scared that maybe the person will find someone else, or you're so far. In our case, we were like 10,000 kilometers away and we had no clue about when we would see each other again. Like, it's pretty easy to assume stuff and then to enter in the conflict, and I would advise to avoid doing that as much as possible and try to communicate as much as possible also. But I would also recommend to be transparent about our daily life and try to make it pretty clear.
Yes, but yeah, the one thing that what you said was pretty straight on the point. Stop assuming. Yes, that can be the seed to conflicts, and it did have an impact.
Yes, for us it was very complicated. I don't even know how we survived like the 19 months, because it was a lot of time.
It was pretty complicated. It was hard, and then frankly speaking, I don't speak a lot. It was hard,
yes.
And then. The worst was I don't speak a lot and you assume a lot. It was the best combo.
Yeah, it was very, very complicated.
It was the best combo, and combo of complications. And yes, you used to get really irritated on small things.
You're not going to cut on that.
You used to get irritated on small things.
Okay.
That you need to avoid. Okay.
Yes.
For me, it would be more of try and find common activities that you can share, do, maybe even play games together, like something like that.
Not only speak, that's true. Not only just
speaking at one time. Maybe if you like to call every day, it's great. But then at times you will like, okay, the call will become pretty monotonous. Okay, today I ate this, today I did that, and today I called. Today I did this work at office, or this person was speaking about this. So yeah, I don't know. It can be monotonous. You may not have the content to speak. So maybe we could have done something like that, but eventually we had no idea. It was my first time and your first time.
Yes, and I hope our last time also. And then I wanted to speak about when we finally meet again after a long time. So how was it for you? I mean, for you it was completely natural to meet me after that much time, honestly.
I was really excited to see you. I was happy to see you. It was nice. It was a nice feeling. I told you. I think when I was in the car, I was like, I think I told you that completely. I think I told you that multiple times. Okay, it's really weird. It's really weird, but I'm happy. It was nice.
So. Okay, so for me it was a bit different, and that's why I wanted to speak about that. It's like we can have in those kinds of situations transitory psychological reactions, like because we've not seen each other for a long time, because we're not used to each other anymore, and sometimes you can feel like a bit awkward with the person. You can have a kind of rejection also, and this why I want to speak about that, because I don't think we should take that as how do you say that? I don't think you should take that as something permanent. It can be transitory, and it happens actually frequently with the couples that were separated for a while.
I guess so, but...
And it takes time to accustom again. Actually, when I was about to meet him again, there is one of my friends that said, don't forget about the transitory psychological reactions, because you'll see maybe later when you meet him, it will not be exactly the way you think it will be. And I was like, no, I know exactly how it's going to be. It's going to be like this and like that and like that. And it was clear the type of friend we'll have will be this, and then this will go well. And it was absolutely not the way I was expecting at all.
It was different for you.
And I'm saying that because if it happens to you, don't think it means that don't think that it means that your couple is dead. It can just happen, and then.
You said that.
I was scared that it was happening actually, but don't think that if it happens, it can happen, and it can take some time to actually accustom again to the person, to the couple.
I was pretty shocked. I mean, it's complicated, the situation. It's hard. You just need to find the way to connect and keep connecting, and just share activities, share happy moments, try and share as much as possible, like to help each other out in times of difficulties, and be there for each other.
So stay strong if you're in this situation, because we know how difficult it can be, and we see you.
And maybe send a lot of parcels also. Maybe some peppered cashews.
Yeah, you can send parcel. Surprise parcel that can stay stuck for a long time in the post office.
Oh yeah.
At the post office. In the post office?
At the post office.
At the post office. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed, and we see you in the next video.
Have a good time and stay strong. A tutela!